When some pony offers you a free vacation, you just sign the paperwork and don't ask questions.
Twilight's important princess duties are important enough to initially reject a vacation from them, but not too important for Spike of all characters to handle just fine.
You're the best, Spike.
Oh, thank goodness. This isn't the Spike at your service Spike, or the Princess Spike Spike. This is the best Spike.
Cruises have activities, right? I should probably make a schedule.
How does Twilight plan to make a schedule for a cruise she doesn't yet know anything about? Unlike a Zeppelin, hot air balloons can't be directly steered once underway. Watch out, every pony! Twilight's coming in hot! No pony seems the least bit concerned about this narrow ramp, which doesn't even have railings. After all, in Equestria, the higher you fall, the more likely some random Pegasi will catch you. This floating baby carriage looks like an animation error, but it's not. Poor Shining Armor can't have a lapse in magic for a single second, or else he'll drop the baby. It would make so much more sense to carry the baby on his back, or anything other than this wheelless carriage designed by the great and powerful Trixie.
The great and powerful Trixie doesn't trust wheels.
Episode spells its own name incorrectly. This mayor is standing on this guy's head. Twilight not so subtly foreshadows Iron Will.
Well, that was an assertive welcome.
She even tries to make it sound natural with an pause to think about her next word, but she is limited by the number of words which are grammatically compatible with Anne. Would you look at that? For old time's sake, a theme and lens flare combo just for us. This bellhop turns and walks down the hall, but he's still layered above Twilight, so really he's just floating and shrinking. Flurry Heart is unrealistically well behaved. If she were the focus of this episode, she would be obligated to endanger the lives of every pony on board. Twilight looks near the center of the schedule and ponders what to do first, which suggests they are very late and the schedule's already underway. Cadence burdens her sick husband with the care of the baby so she can enjoy the cruise herself. Brutal.
Far to our right, you can just make out the white tufts of Cloudsdale.
Maybe. If you squint, you can just barely make out Cloudsdale from here. Shame they couldn't get any closer for a better view. They might have rammed it if they tried. All of the loudspeakers are pointed away from the cruise ponies. This airship is clearly capable of teleportation, because without any transition or any time passing, they're sightseeing over Canterlot 1 second, then they traverse almost half of the continent to appear over the Crystal Empire instantly.
Cadence rescued her Alicorn baby, Spike!
Well, that doesn't even make sense.
Iron Will definitely gets his information from those fake wikis, which plague everyone's search results. Fun fact, Cadence's fear of autographs stems from her deeply rooted imposter syndrome. Buckle up, it's time for another turbo nitpick sin. The doorknob phases through the door for a single frame. Just like the loudspeakers, these telescopes are also facing the wrong direction. You know you're on your 7th season when characters dealing with fans is this prominent of a recurring theme. Iron Will only exploits these 2 alicorns despite there being 3 on board. Either he forgot Flurry Heart exists, or he simply has respect for children's privacy laws. Take notes, YouTube. Never buy your princess wigs from AliExpress, or else they might come with this dangerously sharp animation glitch. Don't worry if the contract's a little soggy. That's only because this whole time, Iron Will's been keeping it under his armpit.
I don't think I could entertain all these cruise ponies. My hooves are pretty full taking care of Flurry Heart.
Cadence plays the baby card as an excuse to get out of something she doesn't want to do, despite the fact we see Shining Armor as the one doing most of the work taking care of Flurry. Brutal.
I agreed to do whatever princess activities you want. Will you promise that my family gets to do the activities they want?
There was never any implication they wouldn't have. It might sound like she's being considerate towards her family, but really, Twilight just wants to stay and see that one thing she's been looking forward to. Star Tracker is an Earth pony, yet somehow teleports here. And he teleports here, too. As well as here. Also here.
And now, without further ado, the winner is... Star Tracker! I'm sorry. I don't have the prize.
This is akin to Twilight shilling some kind of NFT scam, neglecting to realize that she has a responsibility to not promote Iron Will's hustle in the first place. The real shame is that this isn't the only time Twilight's done something like this. It's not a Twilight episode unless she's stressing out and literally losing her head. This ball definitely has a 9 or possibly a 6 on it. Twilight must be cheating to help her dad win.
I-19.
Now we're talking!
Discord lets his iron will disguise slip for a moment, thanks to this joke which only he could pull off. Cadence snaps Twilight's horn under the hat. Brutality. Then Cadence's own foreleg breaks off. This autograph line doesn't have enough sweaty dudes carrying plushies and Funko Pops destined for eBay. Twilight Sparkle might be the most famous autograph in this book, but hers is also the sloppiest. This ship is traveling so fast we can see the stars moving away from us. This is only possible if the cruise has left the planet and is soaring through space at nearly the speed of light. Poor Twily. Her missing out on this is the worst disaster to ever occur aboard an airship. Twilight is visibly and audibly crying about missing the one thing she's been looking forward to, yet Cadence rubs it in that she missed out. Cadence's brutality knows no bounds.
Come to the deck for ice cream!
Oh no! Leave the princess alone!
What did you say to Iron Will?
Iron Will is genuinely asking out of confusion here. All he did was announce ice cream, and earlier he said Twilight already did her final princess task. Star Trekker's the one picking a fight. Iron Will jumps without a parachute, then magically conjures one on the way down. The captain, who is also head of cruise activities, dramatically jumps ship, yet everything proceeds as scheduled somehow. We see Iron Will at the helm during departure, but we can only use our imagination as to who steers the ship back to port. Hopefully those goats know what they're doing. The episode's premise is Twilight spending too much time appeasing cruise ponies who paid to see her. But what about the apparent fans of Cadence who also paid to be here? Is the implication that no pony actually cares about the obligatory pink princess? Or does she just not care about them? Because either way, that's pretty brutal.
No refund! But Iron Will learned his lesson before. Satisfaction not guaranteed. No refund!
I'm so glad you got in the Pee-wee Princess playtime.
Flurry is having a wonderful time.